Probably send out a little tweet.
Tweet or McTweet.
I meant to do it before, but
All right, let's see here. I'm just going to share my full screen, I think.
yeah, I think I will do the same. Oops. I'm just going to get this tweet out here.
Oops, I'm not supposed to show people this. That's all right.
So what kind of
this is proprietary information.
So what kind of app do we want to be making to dig into this?
That's a good question.
And how do we want to generate and share the code?
Well, at the end, we can definitely throw it up on. Let's say if I'm hosting it on my channel, then I'll put it on mine. And if you're hosting on your channel, then you'll put it on your GitHub.
Well, what I mean is, how are we both going to work on this?
Oh, do you do VS Code live share? Have you done that before?
I've done it before with you.
Yeah.
But a long time ago.
Yeah, we can try that. Why don't
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and just create a project. Let me get situated.
Cool. We should get an emulator up and running.
Yeah, that's true. Let me get this set up. Oh, what do we want to call it? Here. Okay.
We may have some background noise for a bit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I've got dogs and they scream all the time, so it's whatever.
Yeah, my daughter's a bit of a screamer.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, I don't know if I have live share installed on this machine. So let me.
Why don't you do that, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with sharing here.
Quite.
I wish I had right now. I wish I had a second monitor because then I could put StreamYard on the second monitor.
Yeah. Oh, I do have live share.
Oh, Robertson. Hey, Robert. How's it going?
Wait, Robert Felker's here?
No, I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Brunhage.
Oh, Robert Brunage. Oh, hey, Robert.
Robert Brunage.
I wasn't looking at him. Let me put this to the side.
Here, I'm going to share a different screen here.
That's awesome. Good to see you, Robert.
All right.
All right. So I have live share installed. So, it's in the status bar at the bottom. So I should just sign in with GitHub.
Okay.
Do my authentication code here.
I'm going to make sure this thing even runs. I'm in the wrong place. Hang on. Nope. That's not what I want. I want this.
This will be a good opportunity for me to get more familiar with VS Code for Flutter. Like I mentioned to you the other day that I prefer to use it for JavaScript stuff and Android Studio for Flutter.
Yeah.
So this will be a good opportunity. All right.
Let's see what we got going on here. This must just be the deal, the main deal. Oh, let's see here. States. I'm going to go ahead and get the states rebuilder.
All right, cool. So I've got it set up. We're doing pretty good, Robert. How are you? Oh, we already asked you. I'm silly.
Let's see.
So if we're going to be doing the live share, I probably don't need to share my screen at this point.
You can have it queued up.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. I'll have just my editor queued up. Hey, thanks for the tweet, Robert. It's good to get the word out.
Okay. Okie McDokey. Yeah, are we doing anything? Are we doing like a weather app? I actually have a little weather API that I can pull in, or
yeah, let's do a weather app.
let's see if we can. Yeah. Okay. Let me know when you're set up with VS Code, and I'll go ahead and.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let me give you this link. Let's see if I can remember how this works. Start collaboration sessions. Ha! They're so crafty. World domination. Let's see here. Yes. All right.
I wonder if anyone else is in the stream, because I can't
tell how many people are on it. All right, I'm going to send you. Wait, I wonder if I could send you a link without other people finding it.
do it in the private chat.
Well, yeah, but then they can see my screen. See?
So hide your screen.
All right.
Remember, that's the nice thing about
that's
this.
the magic.
Yeah.
I wish I could.
There we go.
That come through?
Yes.
Oh, it's not clickable. That's annoying.
I copied it.
Okay.
So when I go into live share, I think. I think what I actually have to do is go into my browser and do that. There we go.
I can ban you from this, but I'm not going to do that. That doesn't make any sense. I was hoping I could give you the ability to control things.
Right. Okay, joining collaboration setting.
Oh, it looks like you're in. Okay.
Yes.
That's fun.
Nice. This is tight. All right. I lost my screen share when we got the new thing. So
that's all right.
Do that again. We'll queue that up. You know, you can do here. There's a cool shortcut you can do to get rid of all the comments.
Oh, really? How do you do it?
Yeah. So if you do, what's the command for find and replace here? Control H. Okay. So if you do.
Try that. Whoa!
/
For me, it's not.
And then.
Oh yeah, you can do the regex thing.
Yeah. Although.
How does that work? I've done it before.
It looks like use regular expression. Boom. And then you just replace like that. Well, how can
you can do all of them.
How do I replace?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just do
format.
Yeah.
We left some stragglers.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I do know that Rody Davis found a cool extension for VS Code that automatically removes comments.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right. I guess I will pull in. I wonder if I can find it. I think it was for that little I showed you that little app I had that was like a 24-hour weather thing. Did I show you that?
Yeah, I think
I can just rip whatever I need out of that. I can't remember where the heck it is.
Cool.
All right, let me see what I got. I'll do this.
While you do that, I'm going to get rid of all this boilerplate.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I'm gonna promote you while I'm fooling around with this. So now your screen is shared.
Nice. And I'm gonna do. Let's call this
Meridian.
And let's get a nicer theme going on here. Let's get a primary color. Actually, let's do color scheme. Color scheme.
Let's see.
This is nice. Now I'm going to pull up on the side something that I've done.
Okay, I think I've got this.
For color scheme. Color scheme is a cool new theme kind of.
Oh yeah, doesn't it like kind of convert it and take just a couple things and convert it into like an entire theme kind of?
It does, yeah. It takes a bunch of stuff. Looks like I need to have that. I didn't push that up to GitHub, so let me get it in my local code here.
While you're doing that, I'm creating services for this weather API.
Nice.
I'm just going to copy my generated code from the other project. I'm not even going to install JSON serializable or anything.
Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm going to
see if I can break it. Ah, but then I need HTTP as well.
What happened to my complete color scheme? Oh, I did a light.copy with. Okay, there we go. So
maybe I will add JSON serializable. It won't take very long.
Okay. So what's our home widget? I guess we'll just call it weather screen.
Yeah, just use. I think screens are good. You can create a screens folder if you want.
All right, let's do that.
This is going to turn into like how to set up a weather project and and not touch a states rebuilder, but that's okay.
we got to do setup.
Yeah, it's true.
If we get into it next week, then we get into it next week.
You know, I'm going to add JSON annotation and all that stuff right now.
Can I not import?
You can tell me what you need, and I'll pull it in.
Yeah, so I have screens / weather screen.
Oh, you should be able to import that.
Is there no keep like when I do the control period for this thing?
Oh, it's not coming up on you?
No, I guess I'll just do it. I have to do it up here.
You might have to do it manually. I think it might be a limitation of whatever you call it. Live share.
What's our app called? States Rebuilder live stream.
Yeah, that's a horrible name.
Refactor. Here we go. Screens. Weather screen dump dart.
Actually, do you want to just change it right now? Why don't we just change it right now? It'll take like 2 seconds.
Oh, because I don't have a weather in there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to change the name right now. It'll take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to take over your screen for a second.
Okay, sure.
All right.
I just realized why the import wasn't working.
Oh, this is terrible. What is going on? It's
just an empty file.
Here? What is all this junk? Whatever. I'm going to call it SRL. How's that sound?
Okay.
Let's see how much we can break here. I should initialize this to begin with. We'll do this, and then that's staged, and then I'm going to do this find and replace.
There we go.
Find and replace. Okay.
Also gonna refactor this my app to an actual app name. Can I? Is there like a? Oh, I think it's F2, right? Yeah.
All right, hang on a second. I just got to get all. What's going on here? All right, I'm going to restart this and see if it works.
Oh, we have some new comments. We've got Harsh Joshi. Hello.
What is the topic?
What is the topic? Yeah, we're gonna be getting into the States Rebuilder package. Neither of us have tried it before, and we wanted to see what it's
right
like.
Now, we're just setting up like our boilerplate and stuff. We're doing like a weather app, and so I can't remember the name. I think it's Open Weather is the name of the service we're using.
Open Weather API, I believe.
Yeah, Open Weather API. So we'll be using that for just basic weather. We'll do like a 24-hour, I guess. Yeah, let's do a 24-hour.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this one does 48 hours. So let's do whatever it lets us do.
Okay. Robert wanted to know about how to remove all the comments. So Robert, there's two ways to do that. One is to use a replace all, where you do. Here,
I'm gonna promote. I just gave your screen.
Okay. So I'll show. So if you do this regex here, // *, and then just replace with an empty string, and you do a replace all, it'll clear all the comments, and then you can just do a Dart format, and then everything will line up nicely. The other way is an extension for VS Code that Rody Davis has talked about a couple times. I'm going to see if I can find that. I think it's just called remove all comments. Remove comments. I think that's what it is. And then he has another one called remove lines, remove empty lines. So yeah, so he just runs those commands, and that takes care of all of that. So those are the two ways, at least that I know of, to take care of this. But I think that his method works better for something like a pub spec, because you can't run a Dart format to get rid of empty lines in a pub spec. So there's that. You're welcome.
All right, I'm going to take over for a little bit.
Go ahead.
All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to set a build runner. Let's see. There used to be a way you could run build runner from here, but oh, you know what? Maybe I have to be in. Maybe I have to be in build runner. No? Okay, whatever. What I usually do, because I never remember this, I usually add like a watch.sh thing, and then I chmod watch.sh, and then I just copy it from whatever I last worked on. So I think this one's got it in it somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So I just copy this over.
Okay.
And then that way I can just do this. And that runs build runner watch, delete conflicting outputs.
Okay.
And the only reason I do delete conflicting outputs is I feel like it never works, so I don't do that. So I just always do it.
Cool. I wish there was a way I could make your screen bigger for me.
How's that?
Because so right now I just see in StreamYard, right? I just see that sort of screen that we see, but I can't maximize that window. You know what I mean?
Oh, like when you're trying to preview what I'm doing?
Yeah, I can't really read what you're like. If I go F11 into full screen, it gets a little better, but
it's just hard to see otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Harsh wants to know what the
error?
Best way for responsive UI is.
There is no best way. There is no best way.
That also isn't really what we're getting into today. Rody Davis is a great series.
Let's write that down, actually.
Yeah, we can get into that, but I know Rody Davis does a great series called Flutter Take 5, where he gets into responsive stuff a lot. He does a lot of LayoutBuilder stuff.
LayoutBuilder is awesome. Anytime I need to do anything responsive, I definitely reach for LayoutBuilder.
Yeah, I do the same. I do know that Simon Lightfoot has some other opinions about when LayoutBuilder should be used. If I remember correctly, he says that I think there's something called like a single or multi-child layout or something. Yeah.
I've never heard of that, but you can find it. I'm gonna give you a screen.
Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong. So I need to show my browser.
Put you on the spot.
It's fine.
It's funny, you don't feel like you're on the spot until someone says they're going to put you on the spot, and then you feel like you're on the spot.
I'll get my browser in here. Okay, can you promote my screen?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so Flutter single. No, I think it's two. Flutter multi-child, custom multi-child layout, I think is. Yeah. So there's a custom multi-child layout, and I believe there's a custom single child layout. Now I don't know much about these. I haven't really dug into them. That could be another thing, Luke, that we can get into another time.
What is it?
This is called custom multi-child layout or custom single child layout.
Okay.
And I know that Simon is of the opinion that a lot of people overuse or LayoutBuilder, and that these widgets are a bit more appropriate for responsive layouts. But again, LayoutBuilder works really well for me, and I have not really dug into this approach yet. All right, back to you, Luke.
I'm over here having problems with Build Runner. It keeps giving me errors. I have no idea why.
Here, I'll just read this.
But I'll happily take it over.
Nice.
I keep getting this error. It says, you've hit a bug in Build Runner, blah, blah, blah. No such method error. Closure call with mismatched arguments function mutable package tree to all packages. Just another typical unhelpful Google error message. That is technically correct. That's the thing about Google error messages. They're always technically correct, but they never make any sense.
Well, isn't technically correct the best kind of correct?
I guess so. Pull this out. Yeah, what is going on there?
You're welcome, Harsh.
Did I do something stupid here? I've got Build Runner. I've got...
Check out PubSpec. Build Runner, JSON serializable. You don't have any versions.
Yeah, but you don't need them. But I'll do them anyway.
That might be, yeah.
Let's see here.
I think there's a...
I'll give them explicit versions. Let's
see. I think there's an extension for VS Code that can pop them in there for you, though.
There probably is. I'm going to do it the hard way right now. But yeah, no, if you leave them empty, it should be the same as any.
PubSpec. I didn't know that, by the way.
Yeah.
PubSpec Assist, I think, is what it's called. Yeah.
All right. I got Build Runner, I got JSON annotation, I got Build Runner, and I got JSON serializable.
Okay.
And now I'm going to try running this again.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, it's running pubget, which is good. And this should serialize just fine, because the only thing it's missing is this guy. For anyone watching, what this is, what I'm doing right now is I had another project that had like a little open weather client that I had written. It's really tiny, and these are just the responses from the API as JSON serializable objects. Yeah, what the heck is going on? I'm just gonna do this. See what happens. Okay, we'll do build.
Funky.
What the fuck? Let me go. Okay. That is really weird. I have no idea. There isn't really anything here.
Maybe we should start from scratch.
Maybe we should.
I'm going to check out. It says only 2 watching on YouTube itself, so it looks like we just have Harsh and Robert.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're all just hanging out.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
they haven't said anything, did they? No, they haven't. Okay.
No. Meanwhile, I'm going to add a dark theme.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hang on. Let me. Do you mind pausing what you're doing just for a second?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and commit this, and then I'm going to regenerate like the base package stuff.
Okay.
Okay. So. I'm going to save we've gotten main.dart. Is that all right?
I can't really see. Whatever. Just push whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's committed. Now I'm going to I'm going to delete, let's see here, how do I normally do this? I'm going to delete iOS, and delete build, delete Android, and delete this, and delete that, and delete Mac OS. Delete Mac OS. I'm going to delete web. And I'm going to delete lock. Delete dot packages. Aha, okay, I'm going to delete this too. I wonder if that had something to do with it. All right, now I'm going to try again. So Flutter create, I always forget how this works. Create project name. What is that? SRL? SRL dot. That I'm going to stage all this. Why is pubget running? Whatever, pubget, whatever.
Robert says, playing games on my main screen, watching code on my left. What's left in life?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Dude, this is really weird. I don't understand if they changed the tooling or something.
Look up build runner.
Okay, I'm taking it down to next to nothing, and I'm going to try again. Wrote 3 files. Oh my gosh, I'm in another fucking project. That's why.
Wow.
That's why it's not working. This whole time I've been in another fucking project.
Wow.
Okay, so let me just do this real quick. We'll fix it. What happens when you have 2 terminal windows open and you're not paying attention? All right. I'm just going to get rid of this thing completely. Okay. Here we go. So that's rebuilt. Let me just do another doodad here. And then you must have renamed my app to something else as our weather app. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm just going to fix the test so it stops yelling at us.
I was just about to do that. Great minds.
All right. Okay. And now I'm going to run this. And now I bet it'll work because I'll actually be in the right project.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? It makes me wonder why it was broken in my other project.
Did you? Oh.
I'm just waiting for it to build.
Yeah. I can see it on your screen, but over in my ID, I don't see that.
No, yeah, I feel like they're so close to it being perfect, but they're still far enough away that it isn't quite right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that seems to be working. I'm
Nice.
just going to commit all these changes and everything. Okay. So actually there wasn't much of a change. That's cool. That's cool. All right.
Now here's a question. Let's see what happens if I try to run this on my machine. I wonder if it'll show up in my emulator if I do that.
Why is this? There we go. All right, let's get this thing going.
C#. What is happening?
Okay, it looks like it's actually working now. Huh. Only build runner could take 20 seconds to actually do nothing.
Hmm.
All right, now let's try it. No?
Looks like it won't run on my machine.
Really? What's it saying? Is it giving you like an issue?
Well, it starts the
Oh, like you're trying to run it from.
yeah, like I want to
Gotcha.
run the code also because like your screen is so small for me
Right.
that I can't really see the app.
Oh, that's annoying. Okay, so what am I missing? Ah, there we go.
It's yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that.
That's too bad. That would be awesome.
We should we should work out some way. I wonder if the live share is not the best way to do this because then
it may depend on what we're fooling around with.
Right.
Let's see here.
Because then only one of us can actually.
What the hell is going on? This thing is not making any outputs. It's not giving me any errors. It's like it doesn't even recognize.
Well, I think it might be doing stuff from me trying to run the app. So maybe we should cancel this.
I don't. Here, I mean, we can try killing it. I don't think that's it, but we can try killing it.
Yeah.
I'd be amazed at that. We'll give it a shot. Let's see. I wonder if I can here. All right, so I ended the session.
Okay.
I'm just going to try running this. If this doesn't do it, I'm just going to invite you back in.
All right.
I'd be stunned if that was it. Yeah, no, it's the same thing.
Well, I meant just kill the running process, not the live share. But
oh, on my end or on your end? Well, you're not live shared anymore, so
right.
No, it's something else.
Did you put this on GitHub?
Not yet.
No. All right.
I don't know why. Hang on, is it this? It should be giving me right there. Wow, it didn't give me an error that that part was missing. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to invite you back in.
Okay.
Remy's freezed package, he must mix in his own error messages because that's insane. Let's see, start collaboration session. Invite participants. Okay, I'm going to send it to you. Robert asked us if we liked code generation, and I'm going to say that I love code generation a lot.
I'm going to say that I don't have enough experience with it to say either way.
One thing I will say is that a lot of Dart code generation exists because of features that Dart is lacking. So they're almost like shims on language features that we don't have, which is kind of unfortunate. So it's a really great way to bail yourself out on problems that the language is just lacking. Like JSON serializable exists because we don't have data classes that we can tag for serialization like they do in Golang or Mint or Swift or any of those things. All right. So you're back in. I'm sharing my screen. All right. So this guy is working now. That's good. Oh, that's cute. Co-authored by GroovinChip. All right, and then I gotta wire this thing up. So this is using, excuse me, this is using, oh, right, I had this going from your current position. That's like a whole other thing.
It looks like
we can just hardwire in something for now.
Right, but we also need HTTP.
Yeah, so we should bring in HTTP. I'm gonna try it without the colon and see what happens. It should just work. Or sorry, just like this.
All right.
Okay, it's running pubget. Okay, so we've got that.
All right, great.
And I need, let's see here. Okay, and then I need, I'm gonna make a little config file. Call it. And then what was the key we're looking for? It's OpenWeather base URL. We don't need that. We need this OpenWeather API key. Okay, so files or static. I'm just going to copy this from that other project. Let's see here. Just going to use the same one because I don't really care. And if other people use it, then, well, I guess they're just not very nice people. And I'm just going to copy this in and then put it right in here. There. Okay, and then I'm going to say, okay, this was, okay, so we'll just do future. We're going to do this just like that. I had like little adapter models in my other projects, so I'm just going to go ahead and return this directly. Then for position, I don't know, what's the lat long of Baltimore? We can use that for now.
Let's see. Here we go. Pop it in the chat.
All right, so we're going to say, You just read it out to me if you don't mind.
Sure. 39.2904 for north.
Okay.
And 76.6122 for west.
So it is, what was it, 76 dot?
6122.
And then I think north is positive and west is negative, I think. All right, so we'll say just going to default to Baltimore because why not?
Mm-hmm.
That work? Yeah, okay. I should probably make them. Okay. So that should be all we need for the weather side of things for fetching, and we'll just fetch from Baltimore for the time being.
All right.
So
over in...
Do you want to try making a call to that and building out a homepage and see what happens?
Yes, I'd love to. So over in our weather screen...
I'm going to switch to your screen if that's all right with you.
That's fine. I wonder if I can zoom. I should make my font size bigger.
Let's see.
Okay. All right. So FutureBuilder, and I should import Weather API. Some mentions. Right. Okay. For our future, you're going to want to do, I should probably,
You know what FutureBuilder really needs is a basically a don't update if this thing refreshes flag.
I think I was looking at some new package that was addressing that.
Because without that, I've run into situations where I'm like, oh, this is such an easy thing to use, and I go to use it, but it's just way too naive.
And fetch weather gives us an open weather one call. So
Yeah, and that's got a ton of stuff in it.
There we go, import.
Are you able to import from that?
I thought so. I just did it, but then I don't think.
Here, let me just do it. I'll just do it for you.
Okay, great.
That's weird. It says it doesn't exist.
So fetch weather returns. Oh, it returns a position. So maybe that's. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, that works. Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Yeah. So right now it's just stubbed to go to Baltimore by default. Right. This is going to end up being 45 minutes of getting it set up and then 45 minutes of, of actually using it.
Oh, come on, autocomplete.
Oh, you're running into that thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
I made a issue on the live share stuff about it, and they're like, it always works for us. And I'm like, well, it's not working for me, so I don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Let's just, for the sake of it, turn a see what we've got going on here. Oh. Let's just do that just to see. All right. Of course, I don't have the app running, so I can't tell.
Sure. Let me see what we got going on here. Yeah, let me see if I can run it. If your launch config references a program that doesn't exist, that's weird. You can delete that.
Robert wants to know what our go-to code generation packages are. I think
it really depends on what I'm doing. I think that I am always using JSON serializable or freezed because they kind of do similar things, sort of. Let's see, what else? There's a routing package that I've been meaning to try called auto route. I think it's called. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I've heard really good things about auto route. It's a way to do to just generate essentially everything you need for routing for apps, which is super nice. But I haven't had a chance to actually fool around with it. It really depends on what I need. There's a package called Retrofit for generating REST clients, and that can be really nice. This looks like it's working so far.
What does it show? Because I can't.
You can't see my screen?
I can see your screen. It's just too small for me.
Well, it shows the latitude.
Like in the app, it actually shows it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so that means we're working. So that means what we can do is, so because weather call has some stuff. Happened to, it had more, whoops.
Oh, if you lose autocomplete.
No, I have autocomplete. It just looks like I'm missing, like I have latitude, longitude, time zone, but I don't have anything else.
Let me see. Latitude, longitude, time zone. Right. Okay, if you want. Okay, so there's hourly weather and there's current weather.
Yeah.
You can do .current . And that should give you some. Are you trying to show? Or are you just kind of looking through, or are you looking for something?
Well, I was looking through it. You know what? I think what we need to do is type this, and then I'll get more access to.
Oh, it's not coming through typed for you?
I thought it kind of was at first. Oh, I was just scrolled down a little bit.
Gotcha.
Like my window wasn't scrolling to the top, right? So
okay.
All right, yeah. So okay, so current dot. Let's do temp.
Okay. 281 degrees. Okay, so that's some Kelvin. So
I wonder if we can do dot.
You know what? I think I had a. I'm gonna go into my other project. I think I had conversions for that. So let me pull that open and see if I can find it.
Okay.
Okay, I had a temperature model. You know what? Let's do.
By the way, once this is over and we get the video actually like up on YouTube that people can rewatch, we should put in timestamps.
Yeah, for sure, because it's super long.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can do. I had a bunch of stuff right now here.
I can't see very well, but it looks like that's an extension that you've got going.
Yeah, it depends on what we're looking at. So I've got a few ways of doing it. What I had is I had an actual temperature model.
You know what?
And that one had conversions on it.
Hold on. Could you actually make your window bigger and then maybe make your font size a little bigger? Maybe that'll help me be able to read what you're looking at. Okay, yeah, I can read it a bit now.
Okay. So hang on. I'm sure I can pull this over in some way. Ooh, this is too hard for me. All right. Let's see. I'm going to do an extension. Extensions. And we're going to do, are those coming in as strings or as doubles?
Let's see here. I believe that temp is a double. Yeah. That's why I had it in the string interpolation.
Okay, you can do it on num. Let's try that. Okay, so we need to go from Kelvin to Fahrenheit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so double. Here we go. You know, I'm going to grab these and then we'll just reference them. So and double get as
for our European friends.
Yeah, we'll just get it. We'll just get it now. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of this guy.
Nice.
So enables us to convert Kelvin to. I spell Fahrenheit wrong. Fahrenheit Celsius. Okay, so you should be able to.
At this point,
You'll have to import extensions double, which kind of sucks, but
yeah.
there you go.
Cold as Celsius. Fahrenheit. So, okay.
I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Yes, I did.
No, should round it.
I'm changing the name on that because I spelled it wrong.
Okay.
Let's see. Fahrenheit. Okay, that should be good.
Oh, it's weird. Get the Fahrenheit. We're rounding it. I cannot see what that says.
It says 48.
Okay. Let me check my own weather app here. Make sure that's right.
Is that right?
It pretty much on this from dark sky I've got 47, but whatever.
Yeah.
good enough.
Now we can do two string is precision. Then you go to 3 sig figs. There you go.
What does that say? 47.9?
Yeah.
I can't.
47.
It's way too small for me. Okay. All right, sweet. So now we should probably get into the states rebuilder thing. So what would we need that for this?
Okay, so let's see here. States rebuilder is a huge package. There's no way we're going to get into the whole thing. Because states rebuilder handles, let's see here, it handles all kinds of stuff.
I'm looking it up. Okay.
Let's look it up. States rebuilder.
100%.
So one thing it does, which is really nice, I noticed when I was looking at the docs earlier, is it handles, I seem to remember it handles the initial loading error and data states. So that would handle, I believe, and it will handle like our FutureBuilder situation as well.
You're right. It has connection state. It has is idle, is waiting, has error, and has data.
So why don't we try to? I'm gonna go ahead and commit this.
Okay.
So wire up. Example.
It looks like what we're gonna want to do is make our data models be reactive models.
Okay.
So models with states rebuilder appear to be reactive models.
Okay.
So they're abstract classes. In the framework of the observer pattern or observable observer couple, reactive model is the observable part. Observer widgets can subscribe to it to be notified in the rebuild. And it exposes two getters to get this last state and value. It offers set state and set value for mutating the state and notifying observing widgets. Yeah, we've got a bunch of stuff here.
Do you want to try? Sounds like you've got a pretty good idea of what's going on. Do you want to try building out the? No, I know, but but let's see. What do we got? So let's try and make a reactive model. Let's start there.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Okay, so I think that's like a view model. So I'm going to make a view models section, and I'm just going to call this. Let's just call it. What do you call this? Home screen.
This is called. We're on weather screen.
Weather screen. So we'll say weather view model, I guess. We'll worry about the names later. Okay. So class weather view model. Oh, and we brought in states rebuilder already, so I'm going to just import that. States. Oh, you know what? I had a problem with this the other day. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we need first. So are we implementing reactive model? Are we extending reactive model?
I'm going to try and find an example class here.
These docs are very complete in a way that I find annoying. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Where's the quick start?
I'm just going to go to the examples.
Okay.
In the repo.
Sure.
Live pages.
The example is also very extensive.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm not.
This guy needs a TLDR, you know, like extend reactive model.
Okay, so it looks like he's just got some basic. So if you look in the states, the example number 2 for form validations with reactive model, in his main.dart, he's got an email and a password model, really simple stuff. And then in the My Homepage widget, he creates reactive models of those types. So it doesn't look like you need to like extend or implement.
Oh, okay, so let's say class WeatherViewModel, it has, I don't know, final weather. There equals open weather one call. Sorry, final. This is what I meant to say.
Yeah, and it looks. Yeah.
How does mine keep on using the wrong one? That's all right.
Just get a real simple constructor.
Does he have those as final fields, or does he have them as mutatable?
They're final.
So I don't know what your timeline is today, but I can go until 4, no problem.
I will just text my wife to let me know when our daughter wakes up from her nap?
Sure, that's fine. We can always resume this at a later date.
All right. So we got a real simple weather view model. And then, so in our weather screen.
I'm putting your screen up.
Okay.
While I poke around.
All right. It looks like what we will want to do is to say, final reactive model. We should probably talk about why we're even checking this out.
It's basically like a state management, and from what I remember, it's like a dependency management system that's like crazy extensive, super opinionated, and has a lot of things built in, like when clauses for, which is kind of like a switch block, when clauses for like initial state, loading state, data state, error state. And it's funny, somebody made a comment on one of my Twitter posts. It was like, hey, have you checked out LayoutBuilder? We checked it out and we're not even bothering using anything else. And I was like, the hell is this LayoutBuilder thing? So I looked up, and actually ResoCoder has a really good video on it already. It's definitely worth checking out. But I've been putting off actually cracking it open because we're like coming up on the end of a project, and we're already using provider in that. So it's not like I'm going to refactor it to LayoutBuilder for laughs. And by provider, I mean change notifier classes with provider.
What is there, like a duplicate line command?
You can, if you hold down, for me it's Option Shift, and then you can go up and down.
No.
Or you can do Command C on an entire line, and then you can paste it. So if you don't select anything and you hit copy, it'll copy the line.
It's weird. I have autocomplete for some stuff, and then I don't for others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna
What the hell is this?
Copy path.
Okay, yeah, LayoutBuilder. This doesn't apply to us yet, but LayoutBuilder has this thing called Injector, which is kind of like, it's like halfway between get it and provider, kind of built into it. And then you've got WhenRebuilder, which gives you onIdle, onWaiting, onError, ondata. That's kind of what I was talking about. So that's super nice. So RM, what is this R, capital RM?
All right, so this is interesting. So in our view model, we take a weather, an instance of the open weather one call. So when I'm creating it here,
let me look at what you're doing.
We don't have it yet, so
it would just be empty. You could do null. You could do null, right?
I guess.
Or no, just like the whole thing is null. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right.
So we should probably, I guess I could.
You know what I'm wondering? We might not even need the weather view model because all it's going to have is this open weather one call in it.
Right. I'm wondering if what we need to do, I mean, since we have like models already, I wonder I wonder, yeah, we might not need the reactive model. We might just be able to.
Well, I'll show you what I'm thinking on the line below. So if we do open, just do like, I don't know, just making this shit up, right? So just do, can you just start like that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's reasonable or not.
I don't know. You know, I wonder if what we could just do is.
And then down here, you'd have, instead of the FutureBuilder, you'd have,
A state builder.
or no, there's one called WhenRebuilder, which is really awesome. So body and rebuilder. Okay, WhenRebuilder. Right, and then you say onIdle is circular progress indicator. Oh man, this is going to be like a onIdle. And you'd have on waiting. Okay, so onIdle could be something like text idle, which I don't think we'll even see. But
right.
Let's start with that. So onIdle, on error.
Just do like a center.
I'll wrap this in center in just a second. How about that?
Yeah.
Or you can wrap it in center if you want.
Oh, the host doesn't allow running this command. If
That's
needed, ask them to enable it.
Here, I'll just do it.
I wonder.
And then on data, you can change my ease if you want. I just, every project I've worked in that gets big, it's always been easier for me to just use some generic thing, you know, like E, but I'm happy to change it if you don't like it. Okay, WhenRebuilder should be taking open weather, if that's what we end up deciding to do. But that's the idea that I had. And then
So
here you would say, sorry, I interrupted you.
That's
Give me
right.
1 second. Okay, so we can just do this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking something like this. Does that
makes sense?
seem reasonable?
What I think. So does WhenRebuilder take?
Oh yeah, you need to give it models, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would need to.
Okay, so there's observe many, observe. Okay, so you can observe one or you can observe many.
You know what we should do? I know, I got it. What we should do is in our WeatherViewModel should be an instance of the weather service, not the.
Well, before you get too excited about that, it does have dependency injection as a separate topic.
Okay.
So if we can use, I think we should use the instance, the weather service instance now, and then refactor to actually inject it into the tree.
Okay. Okay.
So why don't we do it like super naive and just see if we can get it wired up?
Yeah.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but that's okay. So that's right. So that's the question is, okay. So I guess what you would do, yeah, I'm kind of thinking out loud here. You would need to, okay, so you could do like init state, weather service dot fetch weather, then we need to use the result. What's that?
Check our chat for a second.
Sure. Oh, that's not good. So the Viral Labs guy, I used to run a headphones business, and I don't think that I've actually ghosted anybody, to the best of my knowledge. I told everyone that I was shutting down, and I haven't heard any complaints from anybody. So no, I just shut it down because the business wasn't making money, and I was working full time as a software developer, and so it just wasn't within the scope of what I was willing to spend my time on in terms of making money and stuff like that. But if you have any direct complaints, you're more than welcome to reach out to me on Reddit, and I'll respond. So
yeah, this comment is directed at something in the live comments.
What's that?
I was explaining for people who might not understand the topic shift.
Oh
just
yeah,
now.
there's a lot. Someone asked me. He said, "Luke, why did you completely suspend your previous Viral Labs company and totally ghost all your customers who tried to contact you?" And I was basically like, "I don't think that I did that, but if I did that to you, then you're welcome to contact me on Reddit, and I'll figure it out." Okay, so
anyway, back to this.
Let's see here.
So it looks like.
All right, so fetch weather. Oh yeah, and then we want to. Okay, so if you're okay with this, I'm going to go ahead and
It's fine.
do that, and then see if we can do. I'm just going to call response for now because I don't know what else to call it. And
Fine.
then can we do? As new.
Add observer. No.
Set state. Okay. Let's see what that does. Set state. Okay, so then maybe we can say okay, so it's taking, okay, so this might be null. So this is the problem using all the time. So let's see here, fetch weather then. I'm just gonna make this up. We'll say data, new data. So I think we can just do this.
We should add a type annotation here. Just
sure.
I can't do it.
It doesn't let you.
No.
It is coming through for me.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it might just be. Now, why is it set state dynamic? I would have expected that set state to be. Huh. I kind of want to just see what happens here.
We're on my screen, just FYI.
Oh, we are? My mistake. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, right. So what we've got going on here is we've got then new data.
Can you give that the type annotation?
Yeah, I can.
Because my
doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because
that'll help. That'll help with like if we have problems with like null or something. Or like.
Now, what's interesting here is we've got observe reactive model. Maybe I need to do this. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what to expect here.
Although, so apparently response.
We can change the name.
Well, no. So what this is the reactive model.
This is the reactive model, right?
So if we want to access the, oh, no, that should be fine.
I think that's it.
Because on data, we're getting a weather call.
Let me just refresh this and see what happens.
Yeah. But we should give that a type annotation too.
Okay. Am I getting it? Okay. This doesn't exist. Okay, so this needs to be SQL. And refresh idle. And then it's not up. The getter current was called on null. So I'm sure we're doing something. Okay, hang on. So we had, right. So this is saying, it's interesting. It's saying on data. So this is coming through as null. So maybe we need to be explicit about when it's idle or when it's. The error I got here says the getter current was called on null. And I think it's referring to this. So I think it's saying the weather call that's coming in, when it's coming on data with a value of null for some reason.
Okay. Right. So that case, we could probably just say if
yeah, but it should handle it, you know?
True.
That's part of the magic, alleged magic.
Right.
And I'm sure we're doing something wrong.
All right. Well, let's check.
So the question is, what pattern do they use to be like, okay, when is it idle? When is it waiting? When is it error, et cetera, et cetera?
All right. I'm going to the API docs for WhenRebuilder.
Okay.
And so on data, widget to display if all the observed reactive models has data. So that's why we're having an error, because this doesn't have data.
Well, no, but it's going to the onData builder when it doesn't have data. So it's like it thinks it has data, and then it goes to this builder. I think that's what's happening.
So let's see. You know, WhenRebuilder has an init state. I wonder if we need to do the weather service call.
Okay. So how would we do that?
In there. So it looks like
there's one in here.
There's an init state.
Oh, okay.
And I guess what we could do is then do the
okay, it has context, and then some other field, which is the reactive model.
Right.
So I'll just do that for you. And then, okay, so then I guess you would do, wow, okay, so I guess you would do weather service.fetch weather. Oh, maybe you can put a future into it. Can you put a future into the reactive model?
That.
No, that's like actually
gets a future from the state and subscribe to it and notify the observing widget.
Oh. What?
Let's try that.
What the fuck? Maybe you do need the WeatherViewModel to put a future on it. That's insane.
Can't be assigned to future dynamic. Oh, you know what?
We're definitely kludging this thing. I'm gonna send this to your screen, then I'm gonna look at the docs somewhere.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
so IN is Injector.
Guessing
RM is a reactive model.
They're calling initial value.
Okay, so
Initial value. All right. So interestingly, this doesn't have any errors. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And I can't tell you if this works because I don't have an app screen. But I just saved it. So check on yours. See, because reactive model has a future. It gets a future from the state and subscribes to it and notifies the observing widget of the reactive model. The callback exposes the current state as a parameter. The future is automatically canceled when this model is disposed, and it works well for immutable objects. So we have our initial value that gets passed in, and then I guess, so we have our weather service. Just fetch weather. I don't see why that wouldn't work. What's it looking like in the app right now?
Hang on, let me look at what you got. It's just saying that the current is. Let me refresh it. I'll take back the screen. Boom, that worked. Okay.
Nice.
Sweet.
Nice.
So what did you do? I wasn't really paying attention.
So look, so init state for this has, so you give it context reactive model. Then you can do a future. You can give the.
So you're giving it a future
on the model. Right?
Okay. Initial value. Okay, so you technically don't need this. Is that right?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to be extra sure about type safety and whatever.
So
but then we can get rid of this in its state.
Sure.
And I'm not sure that we even need.
Well, we do need to create it. Can we
yeah.
create it like this? No, we need to give it something.
So yeah, try it with null again and then do the restart.
I think it's just a different. Okay, that's sweet. It's just kind of a different way of thinking about things that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Okay. So right. So we're observing. Okay, so we're observing that. What do we? Let's call this. I don't know. Weather one call, because really it's not the response. It's like an entire its own thing.
Yeah.
All right. So observe weather one call, and it's
we don't even need this weather view model. We don't even need this anymore.
That's true. You can get rid of it.
Yeah.
At least not for this app. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this old code. So why don't we commit this?
Okay.
And then I'm going to delete this.
This is pretty neat.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I'm going to refresh it again because I want to see it work again. So, yeah, that's actually pretty sweet. All right.
Now I can't tell because it's too small, but what do we ever see the onIdle widget?
No, we don't actually. Do we even need it?
Let me check the docs.
It does want you to have it.
Yeah,
it gives you a warning if you try to get rid of it.
onIdle is a widget to display when the widget is first rendered and before executing any method.
So I bet if we turn off this init state, I bet it will stay on idle. Yeah. So it's idle until you feed it something like a future or something like that.
Okay.
Then it goes to waiting. Then it goes. It's okay. So that makes sense.
Nice.
So we'll leave the on idle for now. So
yeah.
Because I don't know what else to put in there. So this is interesting. This is actually a lot waiting for because it's not loading though. It's not waiting for weather. It's waiting for instructions. It's like the rebuilder. It's like the model is waiting for a task is really what that is.
Yeah, but like, let's say a user is happens to see that. They won't know.
Right, I know. So what I was going to say is this is a lot like Mint where they make you explicitly handle every single possible state that the app can be in.
Mm-hmm. For anyone wondering what Luke means by Mint, it's a JavaScript framework.
Well, sort of. It's a front-end framework. It's like a front-end language. It's kind of its own thing. But basically, one of the things that it does is it forces you to handle every single possible error state, every single possible idle or waiting state in a way that most frameworks don't. And this is doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. So anyway, and that's also what people use freezed for. They use it for, what is it called? I'm forgetting what it's called. It's sealed classes, I think it's called. They use it for sealed classes, which is a similar concept. So anyway, this works. I'm going to commit this, if you're happy with it.
I'm happy with it.
Oh, we can get rid of WeatherViewModel, right? So I'm just going to delete that.
Yeah.
We'll delete that. I'm just going to do a quick rerun just to make sure. Okay, so that's good. So we're going to say wire up states rebuilder weather screen. Okay.
After I'm going to add some like dot comments.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, we might want to actually get rid of this now because we can use the injector.
Oh, all right.
So do you want to do that next?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So let's see here. I believe you come up here and I think you wrap the whole app in an injector. Okay, so they want you to wrap home. We'll do that for now. That's fine. Injector. And then okay, so so you've got your injector and now you have the inject. So inject, then you do injectables, which are just inject, apparently. Inject.
Interesting. Their README has the injector above the material app, but I guess it doesn't really.
Oh, we can do that. I'm happy to do that. I would prefer to do it that way. I was following a different example, I think. Let's see. Why don't I write this out and then we'll fix that? Because I think that's a better way to do it.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, okay, so we got to type this. We'll do what was it? Weather API. What's it called again? Weather service. I'll have to go back and fix.
Are we sending the weather service because the
this is because it's technically a instance. It's like a singleton, but let's just pass it down like it's not, basically.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do anyway, if I can. Okay, my thing is all jacked up. This should be SRL. Okay, so this should inject weather service down.
Yeah, so that means we can get rid of.
And let me go ahead and fix this. Let me go ahead and put this around this, because I do think that that's a better way to do it, for sure. Let's do that. I'm going to do this in a block because I don't like this pattern personally, but you can do it however that
Doesn't matter.
That's what I would prefer to do. Okay. So that should be fine. So I think we can come in here now, and I think we can get rid of this.
Yeah. And then I think the way we access.
So yeah, we got to access it somehow.
So they do something called rm.get, which I guess is just when they import StatesRebuilder, they do it as rm.
Oh no, they have a helper. It looks like they've got a helper getter.
Oh, abstract class. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so rm.get and then
type it as the weather service. Yeah.
Okay. And then dot. This is weird. What are we using? Dot value?
I think we were.
And fetch weather?
Yeah.
That look right?
It looks right. I don't see any errors.
Let's try this. I'm going to get rid of this. It works.
Nice.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
That is really cool.
All right. Sweet. Huh. I'm going to go ahead and commit this.
Nice. I am wondering how this package would handle like data persistence.
That's a good question. Implement
if they're
injection with inject
samples.
I'm gonna build out the UI on that home screen. Let's see here. This is kind of cool. All right.
I guess what you could just do is in whatever it is that you pass to the like whatever it is that you're injecting, you know what I mean? Like we have our weather service. I suppose we could, like if we were going to persist whatever, like if we were going to persist any weather data, we would do it in the weather service.
Oh, right. Right.
And we would handle it there, I guess.
Yeah. Right. So when you go to do fetch weather, it might first return. You probably want to use a stream and have it first return what's cached and then update it with the new data or something.
Maybe
there might be a better way to do that.
Because
you know what? Because it's I don't know.
We should explore that another time.
I'm gonna, for the time being, I am going to. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this center.
Yeah, and then just wrap all the other stuff in centers.
Let's do. I'm gonna give this a safe area. Yeah, and then like you said, wrap the other ones in centers, exactly. Wrap this with a center, we'll wrap this with a center. This with a center. Then this one, I'm gonna do a column. Maybe we'll just do, yeah, we'll do a column for now. And then we'll do the text at the top. So we'll go the text that you had done. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to center this stuff in the column horizontally. So what is that? Cross-axis alignment.
Yeah.
Center. Okay, I've had this problem before. Yeah. How do you do this? I usually end up centering this too, but
yeah, I think you might also want to give it main axis alignment of center.
Oh, you know what? Stretch. That's what I usually do.
Ah.
Hey, my mistake. This is what I usually do. And then this guy here would be centered. Is that right? Okay, that's what I usually do, I think. So we'll call this the header, I guess. I'll just do. And have you done inline for loops yet? They're super fun.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, so we'll say 48 hours. So let's say for what was it? We got weather call dot
current
hourly.
Yeah.
And then we can say text, or we'll do list tile, and then title text hour dot, I don't know, temp. I'm just going to wrap this in a single child. Just for now, single child. Right. Scroll view. Yeah. Okay, and we gotta do as Fahrenheit as. And then toString as precision. Okay. I'm going to add another extension. It's going to be kind of absurd, but I'm going to do it anyway.
All right.
So we're going to say formatting. I'm saying num, but that's okay. So we'll say string get as 3 sig figs. All right. So then we come here and say,
you know what would be really wild? If you did the extension on the as Fahrenheit, so you could just say as Fahrenheit, and then.
Well, the as Fahrenheit returns a double, and you can only do extensions on types. You can't do them on like methods or getters. So you can think of it as like adding. You think of it as like adding a method to the base class of like double, or to the base class of num or whatever.
Right.
Is that what you meant, or were you talking about something else?
Well, I was saying like it would make it this whole thing even shorter if you were somehow able to say, like, while doing as Fahrenheit, it would already do it this way.
Yeah, you could do. I've done this before, as like pretty Fahrenheit, or as pretty Fahrenheit and height. And then you could do this.as Fahrenheit as 3 sig figs. Why that's not doing it, but because it's got to be a string. Then you could come in here and do as. I hate that word. That word like plagued me when I was in school. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so yeah, so trailing. And then I don't know, leading. What do you want to do here? There's a lot of data here that we can show. We've got the fields like temperature, that can be nice. Humidity, pressure, temp. We got a weather description, it looks like. Oh, that's cool. Let's try that. What is that? What does that give us?
I can't see what it says.
It says overcast clouds, broken clouds, clear sky.
Oh, cool.
Stuff. So nothing too crazy, but
so maybe the title should be the description, and then the leading should be the actual hour.
Okay, so leading, like the time.
Yeah.
Let's see here, DateTime. I think we need to pull in international. This part. So I'm going to pull that in.
Okay.
HIJK. We'll pull that in, and then we'll make a DateTime extension. DateTime.dart. The extension format DateTime formatting X on DateTime, and then we'll say as. What do you want to do? It's like Monday, Wednesday. Like, what are you thinking? How do you want it shown? Just like the hours and minutes, or just the hour?
Maybe for the moment, just the hour. Like whatever, like 2 a.m., 2 p.m. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. Do you happen to know what the actual format is for that? I always forget.
I always forget as well.
So I think it's hour.
Looking it up.
So we'll start with that. Hour as pretty hour. Or actually, what I'll usually do is when I find out what the actual format is, I'll just make that the method name. We'll bring that into DateTime. Well, I got something, but I don't think it's what we want.
So hour for like a 12-hour is J. Hour minute is JM.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's super easy. We'll just do J. That's ridiculous how easy that is.
Yeah, but I'm looking for where the AM and PM is.
It comes in automatically with J.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
I can't see.
Let's see.
We got to figure something out better for this.
So that you can actually see the.
Yeah, maybe what we should do is we could have a separate, like, we could do like a Zoom meeting and then like just have someone be sharing their emulator on that to the side.
Right, exactly.
That would be so much better.
I don't think I can even resize this, to be honest with you. If I can, I don't know how to do it.
What if you, when sharing your screen, because you can do Windows, what if you just shared the emulator?
I could do that, but then I can't share my IDE.
Right.
But let me try it just for giggles.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't think we can share two screens at the same time, right?
No, unfortunately. Let's see. Application window. Yeah, I can share just the screen. Sweet.
Nice.
Man, I wish I could share two screens. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? You know what we might be able to do is you can take one of like our pictures out and then maybe put the IDE in.
I don't think it's that smart.
Oh, Mike. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Ridstrom is here.
Let's see here. What's up, Mike?
How you doing?
Okay, that's a little too much. Okay, let's try this. Let's see here. I don't know why my mail opened. All right, I'm going to try this. Is that any better?
Little.
Because now it's at least it's full height now. Let's see here. All right, so we got our, this isn't a line, which is kind of annoying. But there, okay, so that should be pretty good. Do we want a subtitle? We got all kinds of stuff. What do we got for wind degrees? Is that what that is? Okay, so we need some kind of function to take that and turn it into like northwest, northwest, southwest, that kind of stuff.
Right. But
maybe we can throw something together super quick and then get on with our lives.
I'm just looking at the way that we laid out this list. Would it not be simpler, instead of doing the single child scroll view with the column and stuff and then doing the, like, could we not simply do a ListView.builder?
Yes, we could, for sure. Let's see. Well, the thing that's nice about, so the thing that's nice about doing it this way is you can start building out like, okay, here's a header, here's a list, you know?
Right. Fair
with
enough.
ListView.builder, then you're like assuming that everything's going to be identical.
Right. Fair enough.
To an extent. And honestly, I've heard people say like, oh, you shouldn't do this because it's slow. And it's like, okay, that's true. But I've never actually seen it actually be slow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things.
Gotcha.
All right. Let's just do.
Yeah. I mean, all this data and stuff that's here is arbitrary because we really just wanted to test the states rebuilder, which is working pretty nicely, I think. I am interested in exploring in other streams. Like maybe we can, so we should check out data persistence. We should check out, what was I just thinking about? We should check out like what happens if you've got like a bottom navigation and you're like moving back and forth between like pages in a page view or like a tab bar view and stuff like that. We should see what happens if like for how it gets rebuilt on changes like that.
Sure. Yeah. Let's see. Do you have any ideas for what we could do for that? Is it something you want to do now, or is it something you want to do later?
We're coming on a little long here. We're at an hour
for sure.
4 minutes. We should probably break this out into some episodes. But yeah, I think I do want to check out those kinds of things. I want to, like, common issues that you might be running into when you are building an app.
Yeah.
Like if you look at, like, often weather apps also are not, single view things necessarily, or they'll have graphs or, other stuff. So we can try to mess around with stuff like that. You could do for the header, you could just do another list tile. Although, I see what you're going for.
Just pretty basic.
Yeah. There's room for like like graphics and stuff if you do it that way.
Right.
That's fair. Doing great. Nice to see you guys. And yeah, thanks, Mike. Yeah, it is really interesting, and I am really interested, like we were just talking about before, in breaking it out into all these different you know, scenarios that someone might be running into when they make an app, and see what happens.
We do something like, what's that thing called? Like the fucking weather, where it's like it feels shitty, you know,
Right.
like it's terrible. Why are you still alive? It feels like 31 degrees. Is it windy there?
It's cold today, yeah, and it is windy, yeah.
Huh.
Isn't that wild? May 9th, and it's like...
Dude, we have got a blizzard right now. I don't know what it's like there, but it's like full on blizzarding this morning.
Damn, yo.
All right. Feels like 31.4.
That's nice. You know what we could also do? We could do, like, so we got focused a lot on like when we were working on the UI here, right? We're just like laying out like bits of data, right?
Right.
We could switch off between stuff that's more like data focused, and then go to stuff that's more UI focused, and then and go back and forth.
It'd be fun to go on Dribble and just find like an example that has data pretty close to what we've got, and then try to like work it out.
Or even just in general for what like nice weather apps look like. So like on Android, I use something called Overdrop.
Okay.
And I don't know if how well you can see that, but this is pretty nice. You know, it looks like it's all blown out, so maybe you can't see it. But yeah, Overdrop is a pretty nice app. We could try and do something along those lines.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this is pretty neat.
So is there anything else you want to do today, or do you want to call it?
I think let's call it, and we can maybe do a little editing or put some timestamps and stuff on the videos, get it up on each channel, and do some planning for next week.
And I'll go ahead and paste this up on GitHub. I'll put it up on GitHub.
Nice. All right.
All right, man. Thank you.
We should also on the side, we should look at how we can better like do a flow so we can each see better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree.
All right, man.
All right, appreciate it.
This was really fun. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much.
All right.